Hi guys, my name is Dennis, and here's my business bulletin. My topic is about smartphones market. So as we all know, smartphone becomes the part of our daily life, and its market actually is really intense. They have really intense competition. So today I would like to talk about two largest sellers in this market, which is Apple and Google. So here's the news I've seen from the InsideMonkey.com. It said Google versus Apple. It is the battle of the brilliance and innovation in 2015. And in this article, it says Google and Apple are actually poised to battle it out more than ever in 2015. And it also highlights that Google's attention should shift to Android and YouTube division in 2015, and it's having been dealt a major blow in wearable space with Google Glass, which is gonna be compared with iWatch from Apple. And then it said Google also tried to expand their Android software into new market, which is Asian market. And as a result, they get 80% of mobile devices around the world use Android software. So which means they get much more market share than Apple. And indeed, Apple has been struggling for quite some time on the tablet, which is their new product, iPad Pro. Because the reason why this happened is because they don't have much more improvement than previous generation, and at the same time, Microsoft produced a Surface Pro, which will get some consumer from iPad Pro. It is because from the previous chapter we've learned that Surface Pro actually is a substitution of iPad, and so as a result, the demand of iPad will decrease a lot than what they imagine. So after that, it seems like Apple has really big struggle, but I would like to give you some data from previous year to see Apple's advantage. So here is the data I collect from the website called techrepublic.com. And first, we're going to talk about quarterly revenue for Google and Apple. From the diagram we've seen, we can see that actually Apple has much more revenue than Google. And we can also, from the diagram, we can also realize that at the end of year, Apple have much more revenue than the rest of year. I think the reason why is because at that time they have a lot of shopping events like Black Fridays, Christmas sale, so this will decrease price. And also from the chapter we've learned, when the price decreased, the demand of the product will increase. So as a result, their revenue will actually much more than before. And in contrast, Google have a flat curve, has a really flat revenue through the whole year. The reason for this is because its revenue strategy is dependent on selling ads. So therefore, they don't have really much changes through the whole year. And then I'd like to see the market share percentage for Android and iOS. From diagram, we can see Android actually have much more market share than iOS, but Google, let's see from this diagram, Google has less revenue than Apple. Why this has happened? Actually, the reason why is because Android platform is mostly distributed through the third-party vendors like Samsung. So therefore, although we have much more market share, but we have to split some profit to these third-party vendors. Therefore, Google have less revenue. And in contrast, Apple, the iOS system platform, all the profit are along Apple. So therefore, Apple's revenue actually is much more than Google. So this is the overview of the overall competition between Apple and Google, and now I would like to introduce their specific apps competition. So here I would like to say the Apple's Map and Google Map. Both these apps can be installed on the iPhone, and they're pretty fancy and convenience app, actually. So here is the news from tfj.com, and they do the comparison between these two apps. So firstly, we can see from the graphically, Google Map is much more detailed than Apple. So therefore, people can get much more information on the Google Map. And also, only Apple Map can use the 3D view options. So this has become one of the advantage for Apple Maps user. It's because sometimes people would just like to see some fancy images, right? And then from the transit part, we can the reason why Google have so many users is because it is the only app that can assess transit directions. And this is one of the biggest advantage for Google Map. It's because sometimes people would like to plan their trip to a brand new place, and they have no idea about their public transaction. So therefore, they will need Google Map to do some research about their transactions before they go. Okay, so after that is that Apple Map can provide 4G network. So therefore, the app can perform much more faster in delivering direction to users. So that means the updates of the information will be much faster than Google. And also, Apple Map have a really straightforward walking directions. And constructively, Google Map is really confusing because they have a lot of points and you have no idea what they're meaning. And lastly, Google Maps are much more reliable and flexible. And this is really true because I've seen an example on the website that said there's a place called R Field, and on the Apple Map is said it's considered as an airport, and this trick a lot of people. So therefore, Google Maps, the accurate information on Google Map is one of the biggest or largest advantage for Google Maps. So I would like to introduce the other apps competition. However, the time is limited, so I would like to try to finish up. So based on the smartphone market, it has fewer sellers, but it have many buyers. And the sellers like Apple and Google, they're trying to make their products at least seem different from the others. And this product differentiation gives sellers some control over prices. So therefore, I would like to say the degree of their competition is monopolistic competition. Okay, so that's all of my business bulletin, and here is the works that I've been used, and this is the researches, and that's it. Thank you for listening.